Well, just as predicted, took place. You know, Khabib put a whooping on him. If you're a deer, don't come to a lion fight. Period. You know, stay in your own lane. But shout out to Khabib. He did his own thing. You know, he was a beast in there. You know, for a UFC fighter, I always say it's hard to be undefeated in the UFC because you could lose in so many different ways. You know, for striking, you know, you could get kicked, punched with basically small gloves. On top of that, you got to worry about takedowns, wrestling, all that, right? For Khabib to be undefeated in the UFC, he got to let you know he a beast. No matter what he do, you know, on the ground, even standing up, he did well versus Conor. On top of that, I didn't even know that Khabib never really lost a round. Like, I thought he lost a round, you know, here and there, but I don't even know if he lost a round versus Conor. Probably the third round if you being generous to Conor, but other than that, you know, Khabib looking like a beast, you know. But I hate when people try to make it seem like Conor McGregor is the victim here. Bro, did y'all hear what Conor said before the fight? He said he doing this the noble way, like in the ring. I mean, in the octagon, because if Khabib don't show up fight night, he take care of him outside the ring. The hell that's supposed to mean? I mean, y'all think he's joking? That's what's funny. People thinking like all this is, you know, all good and dandy. Nah, this is some real street talk. You know, both Khabib and Conor been involved in mafia action from rumors. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this ain't just talk. This is all action. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't act like Conor is innocent when after the fight he actually hit one of Khabib's teammates. So after he hit one of Khabib's teammates, he got jumped afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So he actually got clapped by one of the Khabib's other teammates. So hey, you get what you deserve. You took your L, you better be humble with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here taking L's and swinging at teammates and shit. And if you're going to blame Khabib, well, Khabib, hey, look, they didn't do shit to Conor for throwing for the bus incident, so I can't be mad at Khabib for what he did. Motherfucker talking shit. He on some gangster shit. He a savage, bro. He jumped over the fence. He was hype. You know what I'm saying? So hey, they talked about his family. They talked about his religion, disrespected his race. Like, Conor did all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't act like he an innocent motherfucker who didn't say nothing about his family or, you know. So you got to put that in consideration when trying to take the victory away from Khabib. They talking about stripping Khabib, bro. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You trying to strip the only real guy in the jungle? You know what I'm saying? The lion of the king of the jungle, the lion? Like, why y'all trying to strip Khabib? So this is basically, they can't beat Khabib. So y'all trying to tell me y'all gonna strip Khabib of his belt for that. But, so y'all gonna let Conor fight for it? Is that what y'all saying? Like, what, fight Tony? Can he even beat Tony? Even though Tony, you know, he's just injured. He not too long ago, he was injured and broke his leg and shit, kicking steel. But still, I feel like he probably beat Conor McGregor at this point. Not taking away nothing from Conor, but I feel like his confidence is gone now. I mean, what can you say? Khabib put it on him. From round one, he did the right thing. He took him to the ground. He started hurting Conor, burning him out. But when in the second round, when Khabib was able to strike Conor and hurt him and almost drop him, right? And he actually touched the canvas. And when I saw that, I was like, hold up. I mean, goddamn. This is Conor McGregor element. How is Khabib out here out striking you, like, with big shots? Conor McGregor don't even have highlights in that fight. I mean, he probably landed 1 or 2 left hands, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get no reaction out of Khabib. So after I saw him strike Conor, I was like, that's bad news. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's already second round. He already took him down in the first round. You know, hurt him in the second round, standing up, then took his ass down and was beating the hell out of him. I knew that the fight was done. You know, Conor was just surviving. You know, he did dig deep, kind of like he did in the Nate Diaz fight, the second one. But hey, guess what? Khabib ain't no Nate Diaz. He a beast. I mean, goddamn. I don't think anybody in the UFC can handle Khabib on the ground. But hey, like I said, at the end of the day, don't try to babysit Conor McGregor now. Talking all that shit, he done got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Now after the fight, he out here swinging on Khabib's teammates, like, and then he gets what he paid for. He got jumped after the fight by another teammate of Khabib, right? Now, one of the guys who struck Conor and some other people, actually they go into prison. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of it ain't shocking, but at the end of the day, I feel like they didn't even give Khabib the belt after all that happened. You know, Dana White came in talking about, the fans gonna throw bottles at you. Like, bro, come on, man. Yo, put the belt on. I mean, all and shot kicked he was too hype after the fight. He just knocked the hell out of Conor McGregor. What do you expect him to do? You know what I'm saying? But they didn't give my guy his belt. He had to walk out of the ring. I never seen that shit happen before, where somebody wins and they don't even want to put the belt on him. They didn't want to give him the belt and walk away. You know, like, give him the belt. He don't even got to do the post-fight interview. He don't got to do none of that. He just wanted his belt and walk away. Put the belt on me and let me walk away from the octagon. You know what I'm saying? I'll go home. I'll take my ass home after beating his ass. But they didn't even want to do that. So basically, he lost the fight and they didn't give him the belt, which is kind of fucked up by the UFC. And now they talking about suspending him. They talking about taking the belt away from him. You know, all type of shit. Trying to make it seem like Conor is a victim. Like I said before, if you're a deer, do not bring your ass to a lion fight. You know what I'm saying? What you expect? I mean, Khabib really do this? Look at his ears. He really take this shit seriously, goddammit. So, Conor fucked around with the wrong person. Took it too far. Like, I don't care about trash talk. I'm all about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fan. Matter of fact, Conor McGregor is the guy who basically introduced me to the UFC. Like, made me a fan of the UFC. You know what I'm saying? So, he actually one of my favorite fighters. So, I always root for Conor. And I like his trash talk, but he took it too far where the energy was negative in the press conference. You know, you could tell they hate each other, but it was deeper than that. I mean, for Conor, he was saying some wild shit, and he will manipulate and twist things around, and he even called Khabib, you know, a terrorist and shit. So what you expect? Like I said, when a guy retaliate, shit, let him do what it do. I mean, Conor say he about it, so don't act like I said, don't try to babysit him now. At the end of the day, but shit, I'm happy as hell my boy beat his ass though. After talking all that shit. Man, they were talking about bringing Conor McGregor to the boxing again and fighting Floyd Mayweather for a rematch. I'm like, really, bro? Like, y'all really think he got a chance, man? So Conor keeps saying boxing is not a real fight, right? He keep wanting to come back to it, but he keeps saying, you know, boxing is not a real fight. Well, guess what? UFC is, right? Well, you just got your ass beat. I mean, he quit again. Like, I mean, don't tap out, bruh. Let the referee stop the fight. It was even, the choke wasn't all the way in. I mean, he had his chin more than his neck. I don't even know how he got choked out like that. I thought he could breathe from his nose or some shit. Man, Conor, look. To talk that talk is one thing, but to walk the walk is another. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's hard to be. People don't understand. That's why I got so much respect for Mayweather. First of all, Mayweather never really takes it there where it's so personal. I mean, he just talk his, he just talk his shit, but he never takes it where it's too personal and start violating somebody. You know what I'm saying? He just talk about money, brag and shit. But at the end of the day, Floyd backed his shit up, and he did it for 20 years. Versus the best. Now, Conor, I give it to him. He do be fighting the best, but he not backing his shit up. You know, you could talk the talk. I mean, you could say, hey, like, I got more fan base, but at the end of the day, people ain't fighting for you. You know, you got to fight for yourself. All that shit you talk, you got to back it up. And Conor couldn't back it up. So, it's all goody, though. Somebody saying the chat is blocked. I don't know about all that. See, I don't even know how to run this live shit. I just hop on it because it's easier to make videos. You know what I'm saying? But, shit, I don't even be looking at the comments because I'm driving and shit. But, like I said, at the end of the day, you already know what it is. If you're trying to get smarter by the minute, subscribe below. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't listen to these casual ass fans. But don't come over here trying to take away credit from Khabib victory, talking about his action after the fight. Action my ass. Shit, he did what he had to do. Somebody was talking shit to him after the fight. He jumped out of the octagon on some real shit. Y'all talking about he was scared at the bus incident, right? Well, he wasn't scared after the fight. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, this is the place to fight. What's up? And he jumped and he did what he had to do. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying, hey, that's what he felt like doing. I don't know what the guy was saying to him. I don't know how personal this shit is. I just know it's personal enough where it could be got violated by Conor all through the build-up, and he couldn't take no more of this. He like, fuck it. You know, so fight night, he showed up. He backed what he said he was going to do. Meanwhile, Conor McGregor didn't. And when Conor got his ass beat, he looked for his teammate to start some shit. I won't be surprised if it was set up by Conor McGregor that way. And he clapped one of Khabib teammates. He clapped him first. Keep that shit in mind. So, hey, if you give it, you must be able to take it. And Conor, I don't know how well he took it, because they didn't even have a post-fight press conference. Didn't even have a post-fight interview, let alone a press conference, goddammit. But none of that. So the UFC, I don't know, it kind of got out of hand in this fight. They got to know how to control certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can't be out here, like, having fighters, you know, fighting each other like that and shit. You know, they might need to close the gate. But at the end of the day, like I said, it ain't my boy fault to begin with, you know. My boy whipped his ass. I always told y'all I ain't a Conor McGregor hater, because I can't be. You know what I'm saying? He brought me to the UFC. But I'm going to ride for my boy, and like I said, I'm going to stick by my opinion. People be like, just because I pick Khabib, some people be hating, and, you know, talking about acting like if you pick somebody other than Conor, even though Khabib is the favorite to win, but if you pick Khabib, then, oh, you're a biased fan. Like, really, motherfucker? If you're picking the guy who never lost around, you know what I'm saying? You out here being biased. But they picking the guy but they not biased. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I'm going to speak my opinion, and I'm going to support it with facts. And usually I'm correct 90% of the time. But, hey, it's a good day. I hope you're having a good day. My boy whipped y'all boy. You know what I'm saying? He made it do what it do after the fight. But that's what lions do. They were talking that shit, and he handled it like a real champion, in my opinion. He took it to his own hands. And Dana White, you need to chill out with that shit, talking about suspending Khabib. Suspending Khabib my ass. Y'all didn't suspend Conor McGregor. Like, this is what I don't understand. Why the fuck gotta suspend Conor McGregor for the bus incident? And that was way worse. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all don't suspend Conor? I mean, what's his name? Y'all want to suspend Khabib, but y'all didn't suspend Conor McGregor? What? Like, that don't even add up. Like, you gotta do both. Suspend both, then nobody gonna have a problem. But you can't suspend one person, but the other person gets a pass. Why? Because he white. Like, what you saying? Is it deeper than that? Like, what we saying over here? Like, what's the conversation over here that we're not holding both guys to the same standard? If Khabib gets suspended and they take his belt and they didn't suspend Conor for the bust bullshit he did, then UFC, if you ain't white, then it ain't right. It ain't gonna be the right sport for you, period. You know, we see signs of that in boxing, but hey, if the UFC is even worse, then I feel bad. Like, you know, Khabib could go. You know, as long as they give Khabib his check, goddammit. Where's my check? That's what Khabib need to be screaming. As long as they give him this check, he don't need to worry about none of this nonsense. Hey, you know, go ahead, retire to the sunset. Ain't nobody gonna be mad at him because he just whooped the shit out of Conor. He won the most important fight of his career. He never lost a round unless you consider the goddamn third round, which nobody cared about, you know, in the Conor fight, because he came and choked him in the fourth round. You know what I'm saying? So as long as they give my boy his check, we don't care. Yeah, and I peeped that, but Khabib got the win, baby. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? So they want Conor to have the, you know, to be the face of MMA, or the UFC, I mean. But at the end of the day, they can't fight for Conor. They can't win for Conor. You know what I'm saying? So all that is all good and dandy, but like I said, at the end of the day, y'all can't go in the ring and fight for him. You can have all the fans in the world. You can have all the money in the world. You can have the cutest training camp in the world. But at the end of the day, when you go in the ring, it's just you and your opponent. So you got to back your shit up. So, you know, if it ain't Conor, I mean, if they able to take away from Khabib belt and Khabib get mad and retire, good for Khabib. You know, they did him wrong, right? But at the end of the day, guess what? He got it made. He undefeated. They can't take his legacy away from him. This is the biggest UFC fight in history. So he the winner of that, and he a fighter who never lost a fight. I'm not going to say he the Mayweather of the UFC, but as far as the undefeated record, he is. You know what I'm saying? That's unheard of in the UFC. John Jones, by the only one, but John Jones, that motherfucker cheated, goddammit, with some steroids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't respect that. But other than that, I mean, dude, Khabib, what he did in the UFC is unheard of. So it's just his legacy. He gonna be probably the best of all time retiring like that, you know? And go ahead, let him retire. And y'all lose on Khabib. And y'all want Conor to be the face of UFC because y'all just signed him. Then let him get beat up by somebody else. Tony probably beat his ass. So go ahead, make him the face of the UFC, but he don't even want to be in the UFC. He talking about if he won this fight, he would have fought Floyd Mayweather again. So what kind of king of UFC shit is that? You just signed a deal, like a 6-fight deal or whatever. I don't know if he signed it as far as if he wins only. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how the contract goes, but it seemed like the contract probably is either way. But regardless, he was talking about fighting Floyd Mayweather if he wins the fight anyways. You know what I'm saying? So, the face of UFC, my ass. Said, get a bald head dude to be the face of UFC. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? I mean, goddamn. Like, how you going to tell me, you know, they want this guy to be the face of UFC, but he just took a big-ass L like that. I mean, he got embarrassed. It wasn't even a fight where it's back and forth. So, like I said, You didn't back your talk in the ring. You didn't back your talk after the fight. At least be humble in defeat. Don't be out there swinging and shit. You know, they told y'all before the fight that this is deeper than fight. You know, fighting is street shit, and you know, kind of disrespecting them too much. So they told you they're not gonna shake hands after the fight. It's still gonna be bad blood after the fight. So like, don't act like it's brand new and try to act like, oh wow, Khabib, you violated. You know what I'm saying? Like, violated who? Then the motherfucker who was talking shit the whole fight, who had no respect whatsoever. He disrespected Khabib dad like, right? Meanwhile, Khabib told him to his face, I mean, I could disrespect your dad just based on how you behaving right now and not representing your family well, but I'm not gonna go there because I'm not fighting your dad, I'm fighting you. So how can you not respect a guy like that who's keeping it all the way trill? Meanwhile, you want to out here defend the bully, and as soon as he get bullied, y'all all over here trying to act like, oh, it's Khabib's fault. Why he acting out of character? He over here trying to have his gangster moment. Gangster to begin with. That's what gangsters do. They attack in silent, baby. I know y'all Conor McGregor fans salty though. God, that though. My God, dude, shout out Khabib one time. It ain't even Khabib no more. It's Khabib al-Qalb. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, shit, my guy made us proud, and he backed everything he set up. He was being respectful the whole build-up, never disrespected anybody really, and he went in the ring and he fought. Like I said before, if you're trying to get smarter by the minute, subscribe below. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't listen to these casual ass fans. And peace.